Yo, how's it going, guys? Psycho here, coming at you with another video on how to speedrun Alien Isolation in no major glitches, this time for mission 8. So we don't waste any time, we hop right in, right? Let's go. First thing I want to mention here, we're doing a little bit of a recap, because this is not very important here. This is just running straight. I'm doing a little bit of a recap on how many items you've used so far. So you should have used one flare in mission 2, one flare in mission 6, as you have seen in my previous videos, and you should probably have used a flashbang. If not, you still have a flashbang, you know, but you probably have used that flashbang in mission 7. As you've seen it. If not, you can use it in mission 10 afterwards, but I'm going to explain that in mission 10. So, and you have taken damage, you know, through the wire, through the fall at the beginning of mission 2. You've taken damage. Maybe you have taken damage in mission 4 or so, or even in mission 3 through the humans. So you need to heal, right? But now you probably ask yourself, how could you tell how much health you have left, right? I think I've mentioned that in a previous video as well. I'm going to show you. You probably have less than 50% health at this point. If you haven't been grabbed by an android, you are probably less than 50% health. So if you heal once, that's 50% health you get with one heal. So let's say if you're 40% right now, you're probably 40, probably even lower. I'm not sure the exact number, but I don't really care, you know, I'm doing it how I feel it. So you're probably 30% health, let's say 30% health. If you heal, you have 80% health, right? So I'm not full health if I heal. For this mission here, I'm going to tank damage to be faster. You know, there are slower threats. You can kill the android, which wastes like probably 10 seconds or so. But I'm showing you the fastest threat possible, which is by taking damage, right? And you should have picked up medkit by now. So you picked it up by the explosion in mission 6 down the ladder. If you haven't picked it up, go back and watch my video where I pick it up. You need that medkit right now. I usually heal in the elevator in mission 7, but you could also heal in the elevator here in mission 8. The main thing is that you heal, you know. You need to heal for this threat to work, because you're going to tank damage, right? If you have been grabbed by an android in mission 4 or so, that's about 22% damage, I guess. It's probably good that you heal twice, you know. If you heal twice, you're at 100% health. So, that was it regarding the items. You will need one revolver shot for this threat, one stun baton charge, and one medkit, of course, because you are tanking damage, and that's all you need. And there's another revolver shot you need, so you probably need 2 revolver shots. But you could do it with one if you can dodge the android, you know. So one thing I want to mention here, right at the beginning, you see this little cutscene. I'm going to skip. There's a little black, after this cutscene, the screen is black, but you can actually also already run in this black screen. So press forward and run after you skip this cutscene, and you're good to go.
We need the transit to get to HQ, but it's down.
So the rest here is pretty easy, just running. Nothing special. There's usually a skip here where you can glitch through to call the elevator before, but that's not allowed in NMG. So we are doing it the normal way. We are just removing the brace and then we are calling the elevator, right? And I'm actually using the downtime here, you see me. The main thing here, I've used the flashbang, you know, in mission 7, but I need another one in mission 10. So my priority now, right now, is another flashbang, to build another flashbang, and the pipe bomb. You know, that's my first priority right now, you know, because I'm thinking ahead, you know, I need these items in mission 10. If you haven't picked up the medkit, the main priority is to build a medkit, right? And I'm usually building a medkit as well if I see that the loot is good. And yeah, so let's see what I do. See, the loot is more or less good, so I'm building the flashbang. I'm checking the medkit. I can build a medkit easily. Going into the elevator, not wasting any time. Then I'm going to check it again. Now I'm going to check the pipe bomb as well. How much can I build one? You see it here. I can't build one. I don't have a sensor. I'm in need of another blasting cap, but I'm already using that blasting cap right here, that one. Because I already have built the flashbang. I usually the priority for me is usually flashbang before the pipe bomb, because that saves probably more time, the flashbang, you know, because you will see it later on in mission 10 why. I also try to build a smoke bomb after I pass this passage here, because I need that smoke bomb in mission 11, you know, so I'm thinking ahead again. And you see me now, Gorge, testing out how much health I've left, you know. I do that just by selecting the medkit and then triggering the animation, but I'm releasing it right after it. So I'm not long pressing R to activate it. I'm just tapping it to see if I'm full health. If the animation comes up to heal myself, I'm not full health, right? And remember, one medkit is 50% health, right? So if I would heal now, let's say I'm at 90% health, if I heal now, I'm wasting 40% of that medkit, you know. I'm just healing 10% and the rest 40% is woof. Not good. So I'm just, I healed before here with the other medkit I get for free in mission 6. So I'm taking the risk not healing again, you know, because I usually take like 55 to 66% damage with this threat here. So if you have been grabbed by an android, heal twice, as I said before. But I'm not doing it because I wasn't grabbed by an android or shot by a human or anything. So I'm pretty confident that I can survive this, you know. But I'm still testing it. You will see me doing it right here. You see that? The animation right at the bottom. Have you seen that right here? So what I'm doing now is there's a flashbang B2 right here. I'm grabbing it because it doesn't waste any time, you know. So grab that blueprint and continue. There's usually, I haven't picked it up here because I was just showing you something here. There's usually, let me mark this. Can't mark it like this. That's bad. I can't mark it like this. But there's an item here. Here it is scrap. Depending on what loot pattern you get, there is a scrap right here, or any item there is. There could be a loot over here, so just keep an eye out. If there's loot over here, you can grab it right away, you know, on the table. But I didn't grab it. I probably haven't seen it. It happens to me as well, you know. So I'm activating the computer first, like normal. pulling down the lever. After that level, I'm doing extreme amount of noise with psycho hopping. Psycho hopping, explained that before, is tapping crouch while running all the time, which makes an extra amount of noise, right? So do that to attract the human to you. So you're basically laying breadcrumbs, you know, breadcrumbs of noise where you run, right? And if you psycho hop, you are laying even, how could I say this, even heavier breadcrumbs, right, to follow the human. So he's more attracted to find you, right? And he's faster to find you. If you don't do that, he will be slower to find you. So I'm just psycho hopping right to the button I need to press. So let's see.
I know someone's in here.
Right, activating it.
What did you do?
Now, this is a threat. I want to kill that human, you know. But depending on how fast he is, this is probably totally RNG. Usually, sometimes he's really fast, sometimes he's super slow. The thing here is, you don't want him to be too far away, you know, because if you run out here, this section, if you run out too fast and you are in his sight for too long, he will shoot you right away, right? So I'm usually waiting right behind here. You don't need to crouch or anything. He will not shoot you. So just wait at this point over here until he comes a little bit closer to you. If you are not so sure, wait a little bit longer until he's probably around here or so. And then just push forward and kill him with the check, right? See that? You shouldn't be here. All right. This android is usually coming right at you. And let's say you only have one revolver shot left. You need that revolver shot later on in this mission. I would suggest you try to dodge him. Either the slower variant would be around this table on the right side here, or usually when he comes down, he does those weird spins I've already told you before in mission 4, you know. These androids sometimes do really weird turns, and you can actually fake that turn as well. So you can make him actually turn by faking your movement, you know. You're just running right straight at him, you know. I'm not so sure why I can't paint here. This thingy doesn't let me paint. Maybe this should work. Yeah, this works. Good. I hope you can still see it. Wait a second, I need to make it bigger. Clean it. A little bit bigger. Maybe this player is not so good to explain this. Right, like this. So if how fast that android is usually as well RNG, right? If he's staying right behind here, if you're at this point here, he could stay farther back, you know, or just like this. If he's at this point over here, he usually you will meet him right at this point here, right? So, and then I must say the dodging trick doesn't work, you know. And the dodging trick works like this. If he's farther back and you meet him about this area here, it's not that far, you know. He has actually way to his movement actually has way to make a turn to this side over here, you know. If he's already over here, he can't do that turn because that rail here is in his way, right? So he can't do that turn. But if he's over here, you can actually fake it by, let me remove that again. You're pressing on your keyboard strafe left. For me, it's A. Once you are about here, this point here, you press A left quickly, release it, right? And then you strafe, then you just strafe right and go around him, you know. And he will usually, if you do that, he will actually make a turn to the right side for him. For us, it's to the left side, because he actually suspects you that you're going left, you know. But you have to do this pretty close to him, you know. You can't do this over here. He will not care, you know, if you do this over here. So you have to be really close to him. But I would suggest try this a little bit with androids. Get into an open field with an android and try this out. That dodging mechanic, it works pretty well usually, you know. If he has way to go, you know, if he is in a really narrow passage, it usually doesn't work right. So he's actually turning around and his back is actually facing you when you are running around him, and that way he can't grab you, you know. So that's the version without the revolver shot. But if he's so close like this, you have to use the revolver shot or go around this table over here, you know, wait for him to come over and then go around the table and yeah, yada, yada, yada. So let's see what I do here. I use the revolver here to stun him. Right in the stomach. Then I'm just running to the upgrade. Torch upgrade, right. Then I'm selecting with number 5 the stun baton. You can't see this because it's on my keyboard. Right, and the Joe should be right behind the door usually, you know. Depending on where you shoot him, he could be actually in the room with you already, you know. So be prepared to get have that stun baton out early to stun him really fast, you know. Otherwise he will grab you, and this whole strat will probably not work anymore, you know. Attack. Then I'm just stunning him, continuing. And I'm going to the door, you know. Just before, if you're not confident enough for this threat here, I would suggest that you kill the android just with the wrench after you stunned him, right? And you could have done that actually before you walked up before doing even the shot at him, you know. I would have done that there, you know. If you're not confident enough, stun him over there, kill him, and then just move on with your strat, you know. This is only really useful here if you don't if you want to squeeze out every second, you know, like I do. So just saying, kill him with your wrench by stunning him beforehand, and you're fine, right? But let's see what I do. He's still stunned right now. And one hit from him does about 11% damage. Keep that in mind. So count the hits. He's already here. 1 hit. 2 hits. 3. 4. 5. And you heard that little. He actually tried to hit me again. Could you hear that? He actually tried to hit me again, but I was too fast getting in. And the thing here is, guys, if she's putting that thing away, try to mouse wheel immediately, to get in. You will see the prompt immediately, and if you miss it, he has a chance to grab you, right? And if he has a chance to grab you, grabbing does a lot more damage, about 22% damage compared to 11% damage. Is much better, If you haven't healed twice, that could be a run-ender, right? So keep that in mind. So this is usually take 5 to 6 hits. And another thing I want to mention, he actually, the androids hit you in a sequence, right? So they always hit you once. So the time between the hits is always the same, right? That's what I want to say. Time between the hits is always the same. But if you hit that sweet spot that you are not occupied in an animation like this, and you're getting out of that animation right at that spot where he actually wanted to hit you again before that, So let's say he wants to hit you again and you're getting out of the animation, right? And you're out of the animation and he will actually grab you then, right? If you don't grab, go into the vent fast enough, he will grab you right in that moment before he wanted to hit you, right? I hope I've explained this easily understandable. He will grab you, right? So sometimes if you're in an animation or somewhere where you need to get out before he can grab you, you can just wait a little bit so that you are not hitting that sweet spot, right? Where he wants to hit you again, right? Just saying, keep that in mind. He will hit you in the same exact time frame, always. And if he can't hit you, if you are free from any animation or occupied with any hack, he will grab you. Keep that in mind. Right, let's go.
Transit's here, we're waiting on you.
Take it. I had some trouble, so it's gonna take me a while to get back.
We can wait.
Taylor can't. I can catch the next car.
Your call.
So this is actually, the rest is actually pretty easy. This is easy peasy, right?
Ripley, we heard voices as we left. Watch yourself.
Right. Let me show you this again. What am I doing here, right? What am I doing here?
Ripley, we heard voices.
I'm calling that tram. This tram here you need to call, right? I'm calling it. Always call it first. And then there is actually, I think if you have ever played this game, you will probably have noticed, there are a bunch of humans up there, right? Can I draw them? There are a bunch of humans up there. I think there are 5 humans up there. Not going to draw them all. And these humans are actually scripted to come down after you press this button over here with the tram, right? They are scripted to come down. And we use this in actually every category, this little trick here. And it's also allowed in NMG because we think it's not that big of a deal, It could happen actually by accident as well, right? So we are just shooting the stairs. What shooting the stairs does, it actually makes them aware that there's a threat around, and they go into some kind of a defense state, right? And that defense state actually hinders them to come down. So they usually come down here, and they stay around here for longer than the tram actually arrives, so it wastes time, You could have actually gone into the tram earlier, but they are just staying around forever. Not forever, they will go up again after some time, so it wastes probably like 30 seconds. I've never actually measured it. So what you usually do in a normal playthrough, you go, the easy version is you go into that locker and just wait it out until they go up again. and then you get out and into the tram, right? That's what you do normally in a normal playthrough. You could also do this if you are not confident enough, but just saying, this trick is easy to do. Just do it. If you have a revolver shot left, if not, maybe it's best to go into the vent and waste those 30 seconds, right? Do what you want. It's easy to do. It's allowed in NMG, so let's go. There's loot over here usually, so check the loot over there. And here I'm actually just going to loot some more. There's usually loot right here on this table beside the recorder. Here it is a different loot pattern. Usually you get the loot pattern where there is actually a loot over here, and on the other spot I'm just going to show you. So there's no loot here, and there's usually loot over here as well. So, but with this loot pattern it isn't, right? So, but always check them if there is. And then don't waste too much time up here, because if you waste too much time up here, you will actually, the tram will not arrive in time. So I'm just going down again. I'm just doing this. Don't do this in a run, you know. I'm just doing this here just to show you the humans upstairs, that they are still upstairs, you know. And they're kind of broke, but they will kill you if you go upstairs. But I'm just doing this for show-off purposes, you know. Don't do this in a run. Don't do this in a run. You see? They shoot you immediately if you go upstairs. But they won't come down. Go into the tram. Alright. You're going to quickly move forward. Now what I'm doing is I'm checking my inventory again. I'm healing because I took damage, right? Always keep in mind how much you healed. And keep your artificial health counter up to date in your brain, right? So always think about how much health you probably have left. I'm usually just thinking, do I have more than 50% health left or less? Am I more in the more than 75% health range or in the less than 75% health range, right? I'm usually looking at it like that, you know, so. And I'm also, now that I'm looking forward right now, I can't build the pipe bomb, and I can't build the smoke bomb, but I'm already putting in the necessary items to build the smoke bomb, right, for mission 11. Run out, go to the right side. And make yourself a plan, guys. If you don't know at the beginning where you need to run after a tram, make yourself a drawing or just on a piece of paper, write it down. Usually looting this box over here, so write it down where you need to go after each mission, after each tram, you know. That's I needed to do that as well in the beginning, right? I had no idea. Loot this box here as well. See, there's compound B in it I couldn't take, so I'm trying to free my inventory with compound B, right? And then I can grab it, right? Don't waste any items that are laying around. I'm starting to build another medkit, but I'm not finishing it. Just showing you why I'm not finishing it. I have a lot of SG injectors and I have a lot of compound B, right? But I don't have a lot of bonding agents, so I know I'm pretty heavy on these two items, so I'm using them already to free some inventory, but I'm pretty low on bonding agent. But because medkit is not important that much right now, I'm not using the bonding agent on the medkit yet, right? I'm only using it if it's really necessary that I need to build a medkit. So I'm leaving that one out, but I'm using those two on the medkit already to free some inventory. Always think about what has priority, what item has a priority, and then build accordingly.
Put on with your flight recorder.
Where's Marlowe's ship? Beginning door.
And I just noticed that I'm stealing the English version because my last run was English because it was a meme run. So, but it doesn't actually matter in this mission anyways. Waits is actually still on this dialogue, and keep in mind you can't cross this line over here. I'm usually looking down, and wait a second. I usually don't go over this line over here. You have to watch it a little bit to see where you can actually go, you know. So I usually walk probably even lower, probably like this here or so. Don't go farther than that, because if you go farther than that, I think the dialogue will actually cut out and you have to trigger it again or something. So stay behind this line over here. Wait for him until he says, go talk to him, right? Oh, wait. Stupid. Go talk to him until he has finished actually this whole dialogue line here. And if he has finished this, you can actually go and press the button to talk to Marlowe. And then it's just, the rest is just waiting for the dialogue to end. And then we are finished with mission 8, right?
Maybe you can get more out of the unhelpful bastard. Go talk to him.
You see, you can also see it if you don't want to look at the if you don't want to look at the dialogue lines down below, you just wait for the objective to update, and then you go press the button. And there's usually also loot over here, so just look at it and grab it. And the rest is just wait for it until the black screen comes on, and then I usually split to go to mission 9, right? So that was mission 8. I hope it was it was helpful for you guys. If it was, leave me a like. Please, guys, ask me any questions in the comments down below, or say how you found it, and and leave me a subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, we see us in the next one. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.